world of the Mafia has always been cloaked in mystery. Dangerous men, powerful organizations, and dark secrets. We know them from movies, TV shows, and books, but what happens when real-life celebrities find themselves tangled in this world? What happens when they mess with the wrong mafia? In this story, we uncover 6 times famous individuals crossed paths with some of the most dangerous criminals in history. From action stars to music legends, these celebrities learned the hard way that the Mafia does not forget, and the consequences can be deadly. Number 1. Steven Seagal and the Gambino crime family. Steven Seagal, Hollywood's tough guy, master of martial arts, and the star of films like Under Siege. But beneath the action-packed scripts and fight scenes lies a story of real danger. Seagal's rise in Hollywood was thanks to his martial arts expertise, particularly Aikido. He wasn't just an actor, he was a black belt in real life, a force to be reckoned with. But behind the camera, Seagal made an enemy that even his martial arts skills couldn't protect him from. Seagal's biggest break in Hollywood came from his partnership with producer Julius R. Nasso. The two worked on several successful films, but a falling out over a $60 million deal would soon lead Seagal down a path of unimaginable danger. Nasso, unbeknownst to Seagal, had ties to the notorious Gambino crime family. It wasn't long before the Mafia made their move. In 2001, Seagal found himself kidnapped in Brooklyn. What started as a dispute over money quickly escalated into something much darker. Seagal was abducted by members of the Gambino family, and suddenly, the life he thought he understood was turned upside down. The FBI was already investigating Mafia activities, and Seagal's kidnapping brought them even closer to unraveling the Gambino family's secrets. With wiretaps capturing mobsters discussing Seagal, the actor found himself caught between the Mafia's wrath and the federal authorities. But instead of taking matters into his own hands, Seagal made a decision that shocked everyone. He cooperated with the FBI. His involvement helped bring down Nasso, who was sentenced to prison for extortion and conspiracy. While Seagal's career took a hit, moving from big-screen hits to direct-to-video projects, his decision to help the authorities put an end to a dangerous chapter. Number 2. Jimi Hendrix and the Mafia kidnapping attempt. Jimi Hendrix, rock star, guitar legend, and one of the most influential musicians of all time. But behind the music, there was a world of danger that most fans never saw. Hendrix, in his quest for fame, found himself entangled in the world of organized crime, an experience he would never forget. The story starts with Jimmy's association with J.N. Roberts, a former Mafia member who owned a nightclub. Hendrix, not one to shy away from unconventional relationships, became somewhat acquainted with Roberts. But things took a dangerous turn when a Mafia kidnapping plot was set in motion. 2 Italian men, not even part of the Mafia but aspiring to be, saw an opportunity to exploit Hendrix's fame for their own gain. They lured him into a trap, planning to ransom him for money or a portion of his record contract. Little did they know, Roberts and his Mafia associates were already on the case. Roberts made it clear, if Hendrix was harmed, there would be consequences. In a matter of days, Hendrix was freed, unscathed, but forever changed by the terrifying ordeal. The FBI soon got involved, and Roberts' connections ultimately led to his rise in the drug trade, culminating in his connection to the infamous Medellin cartel. Number 3. Edward James Olmos and the Mexican Mafia. Edward James Olmos, known for his compelling performances and powerful roles, found himself stepping into a world he thought he understood. In American Me, Olmos portrayed the brutal world of the Mexican Mafia. But when he dove deep into the script, he quickly realized something was wrong. What the script depicted as historical fact was, in reality, a fabricated story. And to make matters worse, it was a script that would stir up the very real Mexican Mafia. The inaccuracies in the film's portrayal of the gang, especially the misrepresentation of key events and figures, drew the ire of real-life Mafia members. Olmos, understanding the gravity of the situation, made a decision that would put him face-to-face with some of the most dangerous men in America. He arranged a meeting with high-ranking Mafia members, including Joe Morgan, the head of the Mexican Mafia. The tension in the room was palpable. Olmos had to explain the changes he would make to the script. This wasn't just a conversation about film, it was about survival. Olmos listened carefully, taking notes, fully aware of the stakes. The meeting ended with a fragile sense of calm, but the message was clear. Misrepresenting the Mafia's story could have deadly consequences. Olmos did the unthinkable. He worked to rewrite the script to avoid further conflict, ensuring that the real Mafia's voice was heard. Number 4. Jackie Chan and the Chinese Triads. Jackie Chan, the master of martial arts, the king of action, and a beloved star in movies worldwide. But behind his fame, Jackie found himself targeted by one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world, the Chinese Triads. It all started when Jackie, in an effort to escape from their reach, fled to the United States. But what Jackie didn't realize was that the Triads weren't done with him. They followed him across the globe, and in a terrifying moment at an airport, they attempted to take his life. Shots rang out, and in the chaos, Jackie was forced to make a split-second decision to survive. But Jackie didn't stop there. He didn't cower in fear, he became determined to protect himself at all costs. From that moment on, he carried a gun every time he left his house. The Triads continued their threats, but Jackie refused to back down. The intimidation tactics only pushed him further to stand up for himself. It all came to a head during a dinner at a restaurant when the Triads surrounded him, armed with machetes. But Jackie, prepared for such an encounter, revealed not just one, but multiple firearms, turning the tables on the gangsters. In a shocking twist, he even revealed grenades. The Triads, taken aback, realized they had underestimated Jackie Chan. Number 5. Al Sharpton and the Mafia. Al Sharpton, a civil rights activist known for his outspoken fight against injustice, found himself in a dangerous and unexpected position in the 1980s when he was accused of being an informant for the FBI. This came after the infamous Gambino crime family issued death threats against him. Fearing for his life, Sharpton turned to the FBI, offering to cooperate for protection. He claimed that his actions were motivated by self-preservation, not betrayal. However, the truth behind his collaboration remains a contentious issue. While some argue that Sharpton had no choice but to cooperate, others questioned whether his relationship with law enforcement compromised his credibility as a civil rights leader. The accusations surrounding his cooperation with the FBI created a public scandal that damaged his reputation. Sharpton faced criticism from both the public and within the civil rights movement, but he refused to back down. Despite the damage to his reputation, Sharpton continued his activism, committed to his mission of fighting for justice. His decision to work with the FBI, while controversial, was one of survival in the face of a very real threat. Over time, the pressure of those choices shaped his career, but Sharpton remained focused on his work, determined to press on in the fight for equality. Number 6. Sammy Davis Jr. and the Hollywood Mob. Sammy Davis Jr., a legendary performer and Hollywood icon, was living a dream that quickly turned into a nightmare. His connection to Kim Novak, the stunning actress, caught the attention of the Mafia, and they saw their relationship as a direct challenge. The Mafia wasn't just a presence in Sammy's world. They were a force that ruled with intimidation and violence. They issued a chilling ultimatum. Sammy either marries a colored girl or faces deadly consequences. Fearing for his life and his career, Sammy made the heartbreaking decision to marry a white singer. Someone he didn't love, but someone he believed was his only option for survival. This marriage wasn't based on affection. It was a desperate attempt to avoid the Mafia's wrath. The consequences of his association with Novak and the Mafia's pressure would linger in Sammy's life, casting a dark shadow over his personal and professional world for years to come. Despite continuing to rise in his career, Sammy Davis Jr. could never fully escape the grip of the Mafia. The fear and choices he made under duress would follow him, serving as a constant reminder that in Hollywood, even the brightest stars could be threatened by dangerous forces lurking in the shadows. These 6 stories are not just about celebrities crossing paths with the Mafia. They highlight the hidden dangers that come with fame and fortune. Behind the glitz, these individuals faced real, life-threatening consequences. Whether it was Siegel's brush with the Gambino family or Jackie Chan standing up to the Triads, the Mafia's influence went far beyond what many could imagine. Each celebrity was forced to make difficult choices, choices between survival, career, and integrity. From kidnapping attempts to chilling ultimatums, their encounters with the Mafia remind us that no one, no matter how famous, is untouchable when the stakes are this high. These stories show the true power of organized crime and how quickly even the brightest stars can fall into its web. If you enjoyed these unbelievable stories, make sure to like, comment, and share. Don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping tales coming your way.